outside, fam? This is the new segment we're putting out called Freestyle on the House. And we're going to be talking about random things in the world, random things in business, random things in real estate, markets, so on and so forth. And today what I want to do, I want to discuss AI. You know, a lot of people have a conception of AI that may not be absolutely correct. So when you have to think about AI, it's actually, it could be a great tool, but at the same time, it also will be a destructive tool. And what do I mean by that? Have you ever been to the grocery store lately and you saw self-checkout, right? What that's doing, when they have self-checkout, eventually the whole store will be self-checkout. So where are those people going to work, right? Those jobs are going to be gone. Now, we always talk about with our banks, you know, they want you to scan your checks or, you know, do everything digitally on your app. Again, what is that doing? It's when they master that, they're going to close down branches, so people aren't going to have jobs. So what you got to think about your job, and in 5 to 10 years, can AI replace your job, right? And if it can, which it's going to replace about 80% unless you do a hands-on job. Like if you're in construction, you know what I'm saying, if you're building homes, stuff like that, AI can't necessarily replace that. Although they're doing 3D printing houses, somebody still has to be there on site, so on and so forth. But anything, you know, related to tech, anything related to customer service, banking, so many industries, AI is going to replace it. So you don't want to be caught in 5, 10 years with a career that's going to be replaced, and now you have nowhere to go. So you have to basically, we talk about investments on here, now let's talk about investing in your future. So if you're in one of those positions that AI is going to replace, which is going to replace most positions, start thinking now what you can do so you can change your career path. So when all of that comes to fruition, that you have somewhere to fall back on. Not saying you have to quit what you're doing, but you can slowly work into something different. So that way you're not affected by the effects of AI. Again, very, very important. I don't think enough people, and I've been having conversations with people from every industry. I was in North Carolina talking to my boy Darius, and he's in IT. And in his company, he tells me that he's been there for a while. He says he believes in 5+ years, AI is going to replace what he does. And he's in IT, right? So just imagine, you know, what you're doing if it will replace that. The other day I had a conversation with somebody else. They did actually a physical with a doctor on a Zoom call. Again, people, we have to wake up. You know, everybody's AI, and we're all pushing it. Oh, AI is so great. This is so great. Yeah, is it great? But is it going to be great for you, right? Because what they're trying to do is when you walk into a store or something like that, person gets bad customer service. AI is not going to give you bad customer service, right? It's a computer, right? They're gonna talk nice. They're not going to, you know, combat you or argue with you about something. You know, they're not going to not show up. It's great for business owners because the AI is always going to be there. It's not going to show up, not going to call in sick. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to have, you know, paid vacation days. So why wouldn't it replace you with AI? It just makes sense for a business owner. You know, and then now we're talking about Amazon just launched, or they're doing their demo as far as self-driving trucks and cabs, right, in California. So if they replace the trucking industry, how many people, have you been on the 95 or the freeway lately? You see how many trucks are on the freeway? And those are man-driven. So how many jobs is that going to replace if they can master a truck driving itself, right? Again, the truck is going to be on time. It's not going to have delays, so on and so forth. So we're getting to a world where everything is going to be computer-based and everybody's, oh, so happy, oh, I don't like dealing with people, so on and so forth. Okay, but there's going to be side effects to that. There's going to be a downfall to that. And you need to realize that. Start having conversations with people. You know, like I said, start looking for something that you can get in with AI or that AI will not be able to replace, because it's coming. It's coming. Whether we like it or not, it's coming. So I want to drop a couple things, get you thinking. So, and we want this to be like a poll. We want people to engage. We want people to send us feedback. We want people to thoughts on what they think about it, right? So let's say AI and music. How do you think it's going to affect music? It's already affecting music. How do you think it's going to affect music? How do you think it's going to affect art? It's already affecting art, NFTs, right? How do you think it's going to affect the car industry? How do you think it's going to affect, you know, retail? How do you think it's going to affect real estate? All these, you know, just certain things I'm just throwing out there. But we want feedback. We want you guys to chime in and say how you think it's going to affect it, you know, and maybe have a different opinion. Maybe you think that it's not going to affect it, or it's a good thing that's going to affect it because, you know, you get people nowadays that, you know, they're rude to you when they're on the phone, when you're at customer service, so on and so forth. So maybe you appreciate AI, and maybe you're in a position that AI will not affect you. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's engage. Let's create a conversation, because I think it's very important, especially in our community, where a lot of the things that we do, I think AI is going to replace, as far as occupation-wise goes. We're talking about, if you're in the government, how AI is going to affect government workers, right? How is AI going to replace the industry of makeup, right? Maybe it doesn't. I'm just throwing that out there, something for the females to kind of chime in on. How's AI going to replace hair? Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the new robot that Elon created, right? That's basically a slave, and he's created that robot that can do everything for you, serve you food, clean your house, do errands, run mess, blah, blah, blah. So it's almost like if you go back to like iRobot or some of the movies that you watch, and it's like, is this stuff really coming true, right? And in a sense, it is. It is. So, don't sleep. Basically, I'm trying to make people aware that it's coming and you need to do something about it. So again, I want you guys to engage, send us messages, send us your comments, send us what you think about it, and let's talk me up and we can discuss it further. And until next time, like I said, this segment is being called Freestyle on the House. Peace.
Different conversations as it relates to